Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome. So, we have some interesting news today. Ridley Scott was doing an interview regarding The House of Gucci. Actually, a film which I wouldn't mind having a watch, actually, to be fair. It looks quite interesting. Surprising he went for that, but nonetheless, we're not here to talk about The House of Gucci. But, in the interview, he revealed two things. Blade Runner is apparently getting a TV series. That came out of nowhere. Like we've heard of Blade Runner, Black Lotus, trash, or trash trailer. Proper TV series, new. Secondly, the Alien TV series, which he's producer on, he said it's going to be 8 to 10 hours long, episodic, but 8 to 10 hours long. Good, that's great. So let's dive into this today, ladies and gents. Let's take a look-see here. Because this stuff always interests me when he starts talking. He's an interesting character. A lot of people always, think that I hate him and things like this. I don't really. I don't think he's particularly the right man for the Alien franchise. And if you know how he was hired and what involvement he had specifically on the first film, you'll probably agree to a certain degree. Anyway. But yeah, so this is interesting. Like I say, I always find it interesting when he starts talking. Just... he's an auteur, he's old Hollywood, and people still respect him in Hollywood, so he gets to do interesting things which no one else would really get to do. I mean, who would have thought you get to make House of Gucci, for instance? It's a very peculiar thing to go and make. I mean, you hear about the story itself, murder and things like that, and you go, oh, yeah, of course, there you go, yeah, that's a movie right there, but not necessarily. So, yeah, Ridley Scott, live-action Blade Runner and Alien TV series being developed. Pilots for both have been written. Alien, I understand, I get it, because we know about that. We know what network it's going on. We know all about it. Blade Runner's not even been announced. Has he revealed stuff that he's not allowed to reveal? Let's have a look. So Ridley Scott has confirmed that live-action TV series of two of his most enduring movies, Blade Runner and Alien, are fast progressing with pilots written for both shows. Again, remember, one we know about. One we do not. Speaking with BBC on Monday, it's a British broadcaster, the House of Gucci Helmer suggested the Blade Runner adaptation is being plotted as a 10-episode series. Good. Where are you going to go with it, though? Is it going to be a sequel to Blade Runner 2049? Because that had a story that needed to be completed. Is it going to be a sequel to your film? Where does this line up? Is it going to be an off-world tale? Where we heard Rutger Hauer talking about, seeing stars and things like that. And he says, and I quote, "We've already written the pilot for Blade Runner and the Bible." So one thing you need to be aware of with Ridley Scott, he's very big on these Bibles. So he writes the outline of the universe for the show to follow, rules that must be upheld and can't be broken, which I actually think is really smart. I like that he does those. Not necessarily that he's the right man again for the job, but I think that's an interesting approach for a series, especially when other individuals will come into it and direct certain things and add their own flair throughout, and sort of cameos here and there. I think it makes sense. One thing I actually always commended him on and always appreciated of Ridley Scott was this outline structure that he has. So he says, so we're already presenting Blade Runner as a TV show, the first 10 hours. So I'm thinking that this is something that he's going to be pitching. But I don't think he owns the rights to Blade Runner. But maybe he's going to be pitching it to the rights holder. I don't know. I don't know who owns the rights to Blade Runner. Because it's owned by different companies. And it was functional under different companies. So this seems to me like... It seems to me like he wants to make a Blade Runner TV show, so he's going to approach the rights holders with this series that he has either been commissioned on or is looking to get commissioned on, and is going to pitch it. Speculation, because he's given no other information, and I don't know anything about this. No one else knows anything about this. Now, Scott also said that Alien was getting a similar treatment. A pilot is being written along with a Bible of what transpires in 8 to 10 hours of the show. So 8 to 10 hours, apparently, both of these shows. Interestingly enough, we know when this show is going up. Like, we know Alien is going to start shooting, I think it was in March of next year, spring of next year, and in Thailand as well, no less. Interesting locale to do an Alien TV series, but cool, why not? Let's check it out. Now, news of an Alien series was first announced in December 2020. The show is being set up at cable at FX with Noah Hawley attached as showrunner. FX boss John Landgraf described the project last year as the first Alien story set on Earth, and by blending both the timeless horror of the first Alien with the non-stop action of the second, it's going to be a scary thrill ride that will blow people back in their seats. I like it. Building Le Hab. And then he says this. So, Scott hasn't previously discussed the Blade Runner TV show. Where's that come from? Like, it's come out of thin air. Like, do you know? Do you know about this? I don't know about this. I do this. This is what I do, and I don't know about this. Now, obviously, an anime series based on the iconic movie Blade Runner Black Lotus premiered earlier this month on Adult Swim. It's not particularly great. Now, he says some other bits and pieces, which we'll just read for continuity's sake. So, asked by interviewer Michelle Hussein about blowback from the Gucci family about Scott's latest, The House of Gucci, which tells the story of the ill-fated romance between Patrizia Reggiani and Maurizio Gucci that ends in the latter's murder, Scott said, I love this, and I quote, he doesn't get engaged with that. It was about murder. They forget he was murdered. One of the brothers went to jail for tax evasion. Don't talk to me about making a profit. When you do that, you tend to become public domain. Honestly, I love his attitude and I hate it both at the same time. Because on some things, I hate that attitude. On this, fantastic. He's like, shut up. I'll make whatever I want. You killed someone. Shut up. They take the moral high ground. Shut up. That's basically what he's doing. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And that's regarding Patrizia Gucci, the great-grandchild of Gucci told the Associated Press in April that the project was stealing the identity of a family to make a profit to increase the income of the Hollywood system. Shut up. Honestly, just shut up. Don't take the moral high ground. So there you go. Right, look. At the end of the day, what's happening here? We're apparently getting a Blade Runner TV series, and Alien is going to be 10 hours long. Cool. That's fine. 8 to 10 hours of Alien should be enough to get a good show in there. Guaranteed to be a good show? No, of course not. But could it be a good show with 8 to 10 hours? Yeah, that's quite long. We'll have to see how it goes, though, and where it progresses and things like that. But what do you guys think? 8 to 10 hours? You know, that's not 8 to 10 episodes. Because they could be 45-minute long episodes. Because it's cablers, isn't it? Or streaming. So if it's 45 minutes, good number. Good number. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. We've got Jasper-themed Christmas merch. This was normally where I'd turn around and show you, but he's slunked off upstairs. It's my dog. So Jasper-themed Christmas merch. You guys asked for it. I have had it designed by my graphic designer. Check it out. It's in the description box along with the ugly Xenomorph Christmas sweater. That's right, because we've got Xenomorph-themed sweaters as well. Check it out down below. Thanks, guys. Take care.